Hey guys, haven't made a video in a while. Figured I'd make one. Today we got a special team I'd like to showcase, and the special thing about this team is it it's an ABB team, which means you choose one type, and then you have two other types to sort of that sort of perform the same way. That way, if they have a hard counter, you can potentially use one of them as a swap, and then you do as much damage, burn as many shields, and then once that hard counter is out of the way, you'll be able to take down the rest of the team. Hopefully, with the other guy that's the same sort of typing or moves or whatever. So today I'm going to showcase Swampert, Executor, and Gallade, which is basically a double confusion team. And the special thing about this team is I like these ABB teams just because you don't really have to do anything fancy. Um, uh, I haven't made a video in a while just because we last season we had uh, the easy rank 10 matches, and there's not much to show and can't really help people out because eventually, if you win enough games, you can get to rank 10. But this season, as you guys know, we're back to normal for the most part, and it's a grind, man. I'm not playing as much as I used to, which is why this team is different, and as well as any other ABB team, in that the fights go by pretty fast. Like I said, you don't need to do anything fancy. I usually play teams that do a lot of switch ins, switch outs, lots of fancy stuff. Takes a lot of time, a lot of energy. But I'd say this is like in RPGs, you power level people. I'd say this team is a power level team. The fights are fast. You win a lot of them, and you can rank up really easily. So I got to with this team. You'll see today I'll showcase it, but a lot of wins really quick. I'm at veteran right now, and like I said, haven't been playing very much, but probably get to what's it called, expert, whatever the 2750, pretty soon. So without further ado, let's get into it, and I'll start talking about this team. So I chose Swampert just because of the December Community Day. I didn't have one, so it's cool to get a Hydro Cannon Swampert. A little bit of lag here. You'll see that I swapped out immediately into my Executor um, against the Venusaur because I know that he counters my Swampert, but I have two Confusion users, so do the swap in with the Executor. He brings out the Empoleon, and man, you Empoleon users, oh my gosh! Today I faced five Empoleon leads in a row. In five in a row, it was insane. It's I guess it's the meta right now, but you guys know who you are. But anyways, um, so Executor goes down, bring out the Swampert, finish it down. He's gonna bring out the Venusaur, and then um, Gallade should take me home. I think this is the one that I'm pretty sure I won this one. I believe I won almost all my matches except for two of them. But yeah, so you'll see Gallade. I hate this guy. Finally got one for myself. Destroys Venusaur. Um, and then he has his own what's this thing called? Gardevoir, which I think it's a charm or it might be a confusion user. You can go either way. Um, but yeah, takes him down pretty fast. Then he just has that Empoleon at the end that I just confused you down. All right, Tangrowth. As you guys know, what's gonna happen here? You can either try to bait the Sludge Bomb. I think I might have lost this one. We'll see, because usually you want to just switch right away. But yeah, I'm trying to bait, and let's see if it works. Oh, and another thing, this team, you'll see me make a lot of mistakes. These are not clean battles, and that's what's great about this team is that you can make mistakes and you can still win. So maybe this is and he swaps into his Gallade, which Executor does decently well against. So we'll see how that pans out. All right, so my Executor goes down. Gonna throw down some Swampers to see if I can burn some shields. He's probably gonna throw down a Leaf Blade, and that's fine. I shield it because I do a quick swap to burn down his Gallade with my Gallade. He's probably gonna throw down another Leaf Blade. Oh, never mind. It's a close combat. And I'll be able to close combat this thing down. And I believe it's GG. I think my Swampert almost has a poison sludge bomb. Oh no, he beats me here. Never mind. So yeah, this is one of my losses. Unfortunately, can't make too many mistakes. I guess should have stopped right away. So in that case, you gotta stop right away. Okay, so Drifblim. This guy is annoying. He will icy wind you down. He can survive. Honestly, if it's not like a super hard counter against Drifblim, you're gonna have he can double shield up and win the lead no matter what. Which I honestly do sometimes favor for a lead. Whenever I'm composing my teams, I think I've talked about this before. I try to win the lead. I choose a Pokemon that can win leads with as many shields as possible, and then sort of use that to take you home. In this case, I think Swampert beats Drifblim. All right. So it takes that down. Good. So he's got a water Pokemon, and little does he know, I've got this double, these two Pokemon in the back that have Confusion and Grass moves. And now that I know that his Politoed has Blizzard, that's good. I didn't know that he had it. I'm gonna throw down a close combat. Deciding what to do. He's got some moves saved up, so I'm just gonna. This is huge. I try to save a charge move, anytime I can if I'm swapping out, because then you kind of have the ability to bring it in and throw it on something to make them either burn a shield or they'll have to decide to sacrifice it and they'll waste all that energy. So now at this point, this guy's like, he can't do much. I'm just gonna confusion him down, and he's just gonna quit. Again, fast battles. It's awesome, especially if you're just you don't have a lot of time in the day. Like recently, like I said, I've been pretty busy, so just try to get your sets out of, your sets done for the day. And ABB teams are awesome. Like in Great League, you go Bastiodon double Razor Leaf, which I hate. I hate when I go up against that, but I didn't use it in Great League, but yeah, it's a good team. It's a good team. Can't really complain too much about that. So Gengar gets destroyed by Confusion, and he doesn't shield my Psychic, and he's just gonna give up. All right, so good lead. He's gonna swap out. Let's see what he's gonna bring in. Dragon Rage Charizard. And so when he usually brings in Gallade, I think I bring in Executor here. Yeah. Because the Executor can pretty much resist all the moves that Gallade has. Close combat still does a good amount, as you guys will see here. But it's not enough, and it's going to do the debuff. With this guy, and what I'm doing is I'm going to try to confusion him down. I don't think it's the best move at this point, because I doubt I'm going to be able to get to... yeah, and he has that Charizard, so... I should have just gone with used the Seed Bomb to finish him off, and then pop down a Confusion Psychic. But yeah, this is one of those times where, like I said, you can kind of make mistakes with this team, and you're still fine. All right, so here, another mistake. I knew that he was going to swap out, but at this point, I'm like, I got this in the bag. Going to bring out my Gallade. He can't do much against it. He's going to throw down a Frenzy Plant. And I'll actually get to this point where you're gonna face you'll see Venusaur versus Executor a lot with this team. And the important thing to note is the Venusaur will always get to a Sludge Bomb and a Frenzy Plant if you guys go one on one, head to head. So it's important to be able to figure out. And like I said, I made a ton of mistakes, but this Blast Burner and Dragon Claw is not going to be able to finish me off. Yeah, and then I'll just Hydro Cannon him. But yeah, so you got to be able to shield the Sludge Bomb from Venusaur against the Executor. And the thing is, and I think maybe this is the time you'll see it. They always usually throw Sludge Bomb first. I think this guy, yeah, they always throw Sludge Bomb first. If they threw a Sludge Bomb at you, do not be afraid. The next one is gonna be a Frenzy Plant. He does not have enough energy to do both. And that's huge to be able to save that shield there. And then now, oof, I don't think he's going to burn a shield here. I think he's just going to let it. Yeah. Oh, he does. So that was his mistake here. He should have just let that thing through. I think I just let it go. Oh, maybe not because I got that confusion lined up. And you don't need it. I'm just going to throw down my Seed Bomb. And that should. Oh, he's double shoot. He is fully committing. I don't know if I agree with that move because now I have two full health Pokemon in the back. He has just the Machamp and whatever in the back. He has that Swampert. So in this case, probably best idea. I think he has no shields too. Yeah, you just switch to the Gallade and finish him off. But I already knew I'd won. There's no chance that he would be able to finish off both my Pokemon. Sometimes I just I wouldn't call it laziness, but I'm just like I already know I'm gonna win, so I just let it fall through. All right, so yeah, and then finish off that Machamp. All right, Venusaur. Lots of Venusaur leads here. Like I said, I ran into 5 Gallades, or not Gallades, Empoleons today. That was crazy. So Dragonite. So I actually learned how to play this matchup better. Against the Dragonite, always shield up your Executor. Shield up your Executor and throw down Seed Bombs. Because they always shield if it's a Psychic. But bait, charge up to a Psychic, and then bait with the Seed Bomb. And I believe I lose this one because I didn't know how to do the Executor Dragonite matchup. But you'll see in, I think, some future matches where I double shield up the Executor and it actually helps me win. Oh, and he's got that Venusaur, but I kind of made a mistake here. And that dragon, that siege. Oh man, the double dragon. Great team. I highly recommend it if you have the money to actually build one of these guys. Um, yeah, it's a deadly team if you think about the typing. And that's like all the teams I ran in today, which was Empoleon lead, Double Dragons. Again, you guys know who you are. There, your guys are running that. And I think this guy makes. Yeah, he's got. Yep. And then I'm not gonna beat you. Unfortunately, uh, should have double shielded or shielded up that Executor. Good game. Oh, actually, no. This is the match that you see that you'll see that it kind of like glitched. It's because I lost and I stopped the recording, but then realized that I still had a Glade left and started the recording again, and I won. So quick swap on my part, saving my Glade, and I was able to finish off his Venusaur. So I actually won that match. But yes, double shield that Executor against that Dragonite. Um, you'll thank me later. So you would think the Cavalier versus the Executor is horrible. It's not. It's actually pretty decent. His the confusions do a good chunk, and they usually never shield the psychic. Um, and I think I actually and you resist the counter. So I think I actually win. Yeah, I win it. I burn 2 shields, but that's okay. Excavalier is a hard counter, so got to get rid of that guy. and he does not shield the Psychic, and that is, I believe, how I win this matchup. So this is the part where you kind of have to get. You want to set up Gallade here. You want to be able to farm enough so that he doesn't die and he can throw down a close combat. So, and you got to burn that shield. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to burn the shields down. I pretended I had an earthquake. I don't know how many. Like I said, this is the first time I had a Swampert with Hydro Cannon, so I don't really use him that much. So I don't know how to fake an earthquake. I'm actually thinking about switching to an Earthquake Swampert just because of you Empoleon players. But yeah, here you go. I'll just be able to farm him down. All right, good game. Togekiss. Oh man, I am so tempted to throw down that Sludge Wave. Let me tell you, I'm like, I should do it. I should do it. And then every time I do it, I get a shield. So I go the safe route. I do the Hydro Cannons. And the weird thing is, I don't know if it's my Swampert that has bad IVs, but the Sludge Wave doesn't kill him in one hit. So, but I guess in this case, you still need three. Yeah, I finish off his Exeggutor, but my Swampert's dead. It's a tricky matchup. All right, I guess so. In this case, you know that he doesn't have a good. He probably has something weak against Psychic in the back. So in this case, I can risk it. He's trying to bait my shields. I know he is. I'm not expecting a Shadow Ball anytime soon. In this case, I'm just like, I'm okay with losing my Exeggutor. I'm not. It's not a big deal, and I know he's not gonna Shadow Ball me. So, and then now he's gonna have to either shield this or just let it fall. And he decides to shield it. And then finish it off with a Swampert. A little bit of lag, double KO, and there it is. GG's. He's got that Swampert against double shields. He just quits. All right, Kingdra. Man, this guy is a beast. I cannot afford to build him right now. Who knew farming those horsies would have been a good idea, right? Try to bait out, threw down a Sludge Wave. Don't really know how to play this matchup yet against Seadra, but you know that he's gonna throw that Outrage. And you got this Snorlax. You got this Lick Snorlax. Throw down. I just threw down Psychic, so I'm just like, hey man, like you got one shield left. You're probably not gonna shield up your Snorlax, so I'm gonna throw this thing down. And that's another thing. People usually don't shield up their Snorlaxes, especially if they have one shield left. And he's gonna farm my Exeggutor down, which is fine. I'm gonna farm down or try to farm down the Snorlax with Mudshot. You know that's a game that you don't want to play. That's a horrible game. It's a dangerous game. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna switch this Glade, and he's gonna Body Slam me, which doesn't do too much, and I'll be able to get some extra energy. So I got that Swampert with some energy. I got this Gallade with some energy. He's got that Kingdra. And close combat does neutral damage, and it does a lot. So hopefully he doesn't shield this, and he does not. Poor play on his part, but he's got that Empoleon in the back. And I believe I lose this one. So GG's. That Kingdra is a beast. He is, honestly, yeah, he's a monster. He's super tanky. He's got the Octazooka, which debuffs you. He's got the Outrage, and he's got the Dragon typing. So not only does he get Stab, but he also gets the Resists against all the elementals. You know, Electric, Water, Grass, Fire. All right, so Gyarados. I always throw Exeggutor into Gyarados. I don't know why. I think it's just because I use Exeggutor as a safe swap quite often. And you just want to shield that crunch. You got to watch out for that thing. And I think he only has enough energy for one crunch and one Aqua Tail. So this guy, I believe, I decide I'm gonna double shield this. I'm gonna take him for a run, and he throws an Aqua Tail at me. So, let's see what he does. I think he actually shields this. Especially, if he's going to do double Aqua Tail, he's hoping to get to that next crunch, and then he's going to Aqua Wave me. I'm just going to have to take it like a champ. I'm going to try to farm down with my... He's going to be able to get to an Aqua Tail, which is fine. I know Swampert, unfortunately, takes neutral damage, but Farm down his Gyarados. Let's see what he's got in the back. I have yet to see what he's got, so we'll see. He's got his own Swampert. And this is another case where you can make a mistake and you'll still be fine. So he throws down, and I have a charged up Swampert from farming down that Gyarados. So I'm gonna throw down this Sludge Wave, and I'm gonna swap. I'm gonna farm down his Venusaur, and his Venusaur is gonna have. He should have been able to Frenzy Plant me there, I believe, but he didn't get to it. But my Glade would have lived, and I'm just gonna finish off his Swampert here. Yeah, so GG's. All right, Swampert matchup. I don't really know how to play this out. Um, Honestly, probably should swap, but I'm gonna see if I can burn some of his shields, or at least farm up a little bit and do some of those shenanigans I talked about, where you have power move, a charge move saved up, and there it is, another Excavalier Executor battle. And like I said, it's not as bad as you would think it would be. And they never shield it. They don't expect that it would do that much damage, but it does. And he's gonna throw down his Aerial Ace, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna see if I know that my guy is gonna live. Try to get as much energy as possible since it's resisted attacks, and throw down that, yeah. And then he's got that Muck in the back. So here he doesn't know what I have in the back. He's not expecting me to have that Gallade. So I should have pretended to make it seem like an Earthquake, but like I said, I don't know. And I have 2 shields, and Swampert is a beast at charging up energy. So here he's going to switch back to his Swampert. I have some energy saved, so I don't want to lose my Swampert, but he does not know what I have in the back. And I have a Gallade, and he's going to burn a Hydro Cannon. It's not going to kill me. I'm going to be able to throw off at least a close combat onto his Muck. Excuse me. And boom. I doubt he's going to shield this. If he does, that's a smart idea. But he's expecting that my Swampert has an Earthquake. So he's not gonna, yep. And that's GG's. All right, this matchup. Have not seen a Scizor in a long time. I used to actually use Scizor in Ultra Premier back in the day. Even Ultra League, I used to use Scizor. Take down those Giratinas. So he's going to throw down a bunch of Night Slashes. And I'm just going to go through this. We're going to just duke it out. We're going to generate as much energy and do as much damage and throw our charge moves, and it's going to be brutal. It's like trench warfare. Alright, so here, it's a tough call. He got that attack buff. I don't know if you guys saw. I believe he got that attack buff, so I'm scared. I don't know how much that Night Slash is going to do. But I doubt he's gonna, I'm gonna double shield this. I want my Swampert to be healthy. I want to win this lead. I don't know what he has in the back. And I'm gonna farm him down. And I swap because just in case he gets to his charge move, I just want to kill it fast. And the good thing about, like I said, these ABB teams is you get to use one to sort of see what he has to get him to take out the hard counter. And then when you see them thinking, you're just like, oh man, this guy doesn't have a hard counter. He's having a hard time deciding. So when you see that, you know that in the back, he potentially, it's not foolproof, but potentially he's going to struggle against your back line. So we'll see what happens here. I might be completely wrong, but in this case, I'm assuming he has something that's weak against Confusion in the back. And there it is. He's got that Breloom, which I like this Pokemon. He's a cool Pokemon. I think I used him when I played the real Pokemon games on the Game Boy. It's just a cool looking Pokemon. All right, GG's. All right, Gyarados again. And I should probably pull up the number, but these are my 3 sets that I played. I believe two last night or the night before, or something like that, and then I've played 1 set today. I'm not sure, but generally doing pretty well. Always, never at a deficit. Usually, like 4-1, 3-2, maybe 5-0. even with a ton of mistakes. And like here you go, you'll see that he threw that in the crunch, which is smart. Um, I hate. And oh, he has that Togekiss. Oh man, I think this might be the one I lost. Togekisses are beasts. They are. And here you'll see. Oh, didn't. Yeah, this is the one I lost. And I just gave up. I made a mistake there too, but yeah, whatever. So good lead. Do run into a lot of Ampharuses, so your Swampert leads will win, which is great. And plus, you have a lot of count. So if he swaps out, don't swap out here. He's took out the Charizard, trying to confuse me. And let me tell you, I was not confused. I'm just gonna kill this dragon, this fake dragon, black fake dragon. Um, and yeah, I'm just like whatever. I got him, and he's not gonna shield. So now he's gonna throw out a Swampert, and I'm like, do I want to save my Swampert? No, I don't need him. I got Executor that can take down that lightning mouse, the other kind of lightning mouse. Actually, oh no, he's like a sheep thing, right? Yeah. So never mind. So throwing down some water Pokemon, water hydro cannons, burn through those shields, and then I'm just like, this is GG's. I'll let him do whatever he wants here. He can take down my Swampert, burn some of his energy. That way I know for sure I can get to my Seed Bomb. But I think I just take. I know he's gonna throw down a Sludge Bomb, so I'm just shield it. Even if if he was two Hydro Cannons, I've been fine, and it's GG's. Yeah, look at that damage on that Executor. So he has a ton of energy saved. He's going to throw down two Thunder Punches probably just to make this. Oh, nope. And he gave up. All right, GG's. Oh, and I think that's it. So, like I said, great team in the sense that you don't really need to use your brain too much. Really simple facts is simple tactics. You swap out if Swampert leads or loses. Do as much damage with the Executor as much as possible. Sometimes Gallade's good. I believe. So if they start with the Gallade, switch into your Glade right away. They'll usually duke it out or they'll swap out, and that's good because then you can line up your Executor against his Gallade. Um, but it kind of confuses the opponent because if you think about it, they're like, he swapped his Glade into mine. Like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? So that's another matchup you'll most likely run into. But like I said, I call this the power level team just because if you don't have time in the day, just pick this team. You'll go through a ton of easy fights. You don't need to do any fancy stuff, which is exhausting for me, especially since I still haven't figured out the where to put my finger for the. So the new Switch is very confusing for me. I've actually put a sticker on my phone so I know because when you use a charge move or the opponent's using a charge move, the Switch icons disappear, and it's very important to be able to click those spots immediately. Fancy stuff. This team doesn't need it. You'll be able to go up in rank relatively easily, which I think is important because at this point it's just a grind. I think most of the Ultra League, Great League, it's just grinding up, and then once you get to a decent MMR Elo, you'll need to pick a more creative team and do some fancy stuff to get to rank 10. But hopefully this helps you guys out. This team is fun to play. It's super easy. You can kind of watch TV and click the screen to play it. Hopefully this team helps you out. And like I said, my goal is not really picking the meta. I don't really like to pick the meta picks. I know Empoleon is huge in the meta right now, just because of the fact that I've seen so many. And then you got that double dragon in the back. But yeah, let me know if you have any comments, questions. Like and subscribe if this helps you out. All right. See you later, guys.